Welcome back to Oceanside Spectrum. As I said before the break, there's a nonprofit organization, and I've also said this very often on Spectrum. I learned there's so many things out there, so many nonprofits or events, and one of the things I love about Spectrum is that just as you learn by watching, I learn by hosting. And there's an organization, a nonprofit called Mind Treasures, and I have to be honest, I had not heard of it, and now we're all going to learn about it. I'd like to introduce the founder and executive director of Mind Treasures, Alex Masloom. Alex, thanks so much for coming on Spectrum.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's get started. Since I don't know, and maybe there's some out there, tell us about Mind Treasures, when you started it, why you started it, and what its mission is.
Absolutely. Mind Treasures, as you mentioned, a local San Diego nonprofit organization, was established in 2006, last year. Our primary goal is to provide a much-needed financial literacy to the general public of all ages. And it basically started when my wife and I decided to provide this education to millions of people who are drowning themselves into financial troubles.
Yeah, and
that's how it started.
Obviously, you just have to check the news. There's all kinds of people out there that
absolutely
that are, you know, with the mortgage thing and all other things that are happening.
Mortgage, credit cards, we've just become in love with debt. We love to pile up debt. That's what we're doing in our society. So, and it's all because we haven't been taught how to manage our finances. It's not taught at any schools, any universities, even when we grow older. And at our home either. Families, parents don't know how to deal with the issues themselves, and obviously they're passing on that deficiency directly to their children.
Before I get to, Alex, how you are trying to achieve these goals of this financial literacy, you know, if you talk about financial literacy, that means there's financial illiteracy.
Oh, absolutely.
So can you go a little deeper into that?
Sure. Financial literacy, our definition, is understanding of our potentials, human potentials, and also how our sophisticated financial system work in this society. There are several elements that are in this system, such as setting goals, credit and borrowing system. There is retirement, and there is investing, there is laws that we need to follow. And we haven't been taught about that. And lack of such knowledge is what makes the financial illiteracy. And because of that, because we haven't been taught this and we have this issue, we have become known as the generation debt. And this past year, Americans reached an all-time high. We owe $900 billion to credit card companies. And the number keeps growing.
Almost $1 trillion.
Almost $1 trillion. And it's not only the problem in the U.S., it's a global problem. Any country who has a credit and borrowing system is dealing with the same issue.
Are you saying the 900 million is the United States, Americans?
900 billion is just the United States. Australia is about 40 billion. Canada has about 50. Britain has about 200 billion pounds, which is about, I think, roughly $400 billion. So it's all over.
So we're leading the pack on this one.
Oh, absolutely. We always have to be a leader. United States, you know, we're the flagship. We're the leaders.
Yeah, we're the guys. How do you go about achieving this goal? How does Mind Treasures going to create more financial literacy?
Well, we have designed programs that are age specific, from kindergarten to retirees. We say it's better to start early, but it's never too late. Our programs provide an education for everyone at elementary schools, at middle schools, high schools, colleges, for young adults, for young couples and newlyweds and families to make smarter financial decisions.
Well, where do you put these on?
We have done them at universities such as UCSD. We're in touch with the USD this week. We're trying to get in there. We are doing them at elementary schools, as community centers. Rancho Santa Fe will be starting our programs this fall on September 10th. At churches.
In the school district, you mean?
In the, no, Rancho Santa Fe Community Center.
Oh, I got you.
But we are actively approaching all school districts at this point as an enrichment program, because it's pretty difficult to get it into.
What's, I know when I talked to you when we were pre-interviewing you, you mentioned something about Mind Treasures being unique. Explain the uniqueness.
Absolutely. We believe that everyone is born rich, based on the quote we found that says, "Regard man as a mind rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can alone cause it to reveal its treasures and enable mankind to benefit therefrom." And what are these treasures? These are our characters and virtues. Majority of our financial troubles are because we haven't learned to be patient, responsible, thankful, moderate, selfless, and generous to other people.
These are all things that you deal with in your classes.
Absolutely.
One last question. You have a free seminar coming up at the Oceanside Expo, because some of these other classes, I guess there is a charge, and you can call the number or go to the website and find that out. But when is the free class?
The free class is going to be on Thursday, October 4th at 6:30 p.m. at the Oceanside Senior Citizen Center, where we're going to introduce our programs, and everyone is welcome to come.
All right, so that's coming up on the 4th.
On the 4th of October.
All right, well, Alex, thank you so much for coming on Spectrum. Good luck with Mind Treasures, and keep us posted. Thank you so much.
Thank you.